Welcome to Goodwell, Oklahoma. We are in the heart of no man's land, and when you drive through town you're going to see a lot of signs about that because the No Man's Land Museum is right here in Goodwell. I actually did a tour of that and released a video previously, so if you're interested in the museum, check out that video. I'm not going to kind of rehash it here, but also this small town, which is pretty rare for places I go, has a university, so we'll be able to maybe go check out and see what those, see if there's old buildings or what it's like to have a university in a small town like this. This is the downtown, and we got the sprinklers going off on a Sunday morning, and there's not a big downtown here, but this does have some interesting history, so I'll walk you down through what they do have in the downtown and tell you a little bit about Goodwell, Oklahoma. Goodwell is located in Texas County, Oklahoma, which is in the Oklahoma Panhandle. It's the middle of three counties of the Panhandle known as No Man's Land back in the day. In Texas County, it's in the south central part, not too far from Texas to the south. Oklahoma became a state in 1907, but they had built a railroad through here previous to that. And in 1901, they had a switch added here by the Chicago and Rock Island Railroad. So that was basically the establishment of the first thing in this area. And there was a, quote, good well that was found by the railroad here. So they named it Goodwell. And then in 1903 is when they decided to establish a town of Goodwell, and the post office was started, and that was the beginnings of the town of Goodwell. And as you can see, as we're walking down the downtown, there are some old buildings right here that probably date back to that time. We're just a little bit to the north of where the railroad was, so some old buildings right there. But in 1909, so a few years after the town was started, the Panhandle Agricultural Institute began, and it has changed names a little bit through the years, but now it is known as Oklahoma Panhandle State University, and that was changed to that name and became a university in 1974, and they are known as the Aggies. And many of the residents are descendants of the original settlers in 1903. When you look at the population, started out fairly small, but grew to 700 when the university became, an official university in 1974. It also kind of coincided a little bit with the increase in population. It kind of doubled there in 1970, and has been over 1,000 for the most part. And in the last census, it has dropped down to 951. So hopefully, it can maintain that population, in the neighborhood of 1,000 for many years to come.
I love how the school has a map of all the states drawn on the ground. I wonder if it's like, go to Arkansas. They even have Alaska and Hawaii. That's pretty hilarious. I love the sign. I love how here in Goodwell they kind of really lean into the no man's land, thing. And you see it in different billboards. I think some people might, I don't know, shy away from that. Not that it's negative at all. I think it's really cool. But it's a part of history that's kind of, it's long gone. And so it's nice to see that in this town they keep that going. They got the museum. You see, like I said, things all over town. This is the football field behind me. And, welcome to no man's land. That's a pretty cool, almost intimidating sign if you're an opposing team maybe coming in here to play. But this town, the overall town, is interesting because there's the university, which actually there's this university and there's the Oklahoma State Extension. You have the no man's land history areas. You have the little downtown, and you kind of got a regular kind of rural area, and all comes together with a population of a little bit over 900. So it's a very different, unique town. You can see why it probably should be able to continue on into the future. So very interesting, definitely a place to come and stop. Maybe you take in a game or check out the museum or just come and explore the history of the town. Hey, you made it all the way to the end of the video. And now that you're here, let me tell you a little bit more about all the other things going on this channel. If you want to become a member, you can become a member on either Patreon or YouTube memberships. There's 3 different levels, and as you are on a different level, there's more and more things, behind the scenes videos, different things that you're going to be able to gain access to. Make sure you check out my website, travelwithawiseguy.com. There's a whole bunch of new stuff on there. There's a merchandise link with some new cool merchandise. There's a newsletter that you can sign up for. About every 3 weeks, I send out a new newsletter that's free. I have Google Maps, which has documented every place that I've made a video about, and you can click on there, and you can go to the map, and you can find the videos that I made, and it's all in one very convenient place. There's lots and lots of other stuff on there, so make sure to check out the website and explore all around what I've got going on. But once again, thank you so much for watching this video. And now on to the real reason that you're at the end of this video, the outtakes. Goodwell High School. This one's kind of high off the ground. It don't seem like that very often. Pretty good, pretty good. Multicolored, spins well. It's like one of those new modern fancy death go rounds. And we're gonna give it a 8.5 because it's a little too fancy, a little too new, but it does spin well. And you always got to give credit to a high school that has a death go round. Hey guys. Hi. The old Walk of Shame at Panhandle State University.